Hey guys, what's going on? It is David here. We're back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, I decided to give you guys my top 5 NFL teams for week number 9. Now, let's just say this. My top 5 teams are probably going to be a lot of everybody else's top 5 teams. Because, like I said, it's been a very consistent NFL couple of weeks. And the teams that have been the best have been very consistent over the past 8-9 weeks. So without further ado, let's start off with number 5. At number 5, we have the Washington Commanders with Jaden Daniels, Dan Quinn, and everything that's going on with that offense and defense. And considering the fact that now they just added a cornerback, which is probably one of the positions I say that the Commanders need the most, well, it's just going to get a lot better for the Commanders. Their running offense with Jaden Daniels as the quarterback. Jaden Daniels seems to be rushing for at least 50 yards every single fucking game. He can throw it to Terry McLaurin. He just threw Terry McLaurin 2 touchdowns in this past weekend's game. And in all honesty, I think that Jaden Daniels is gonna have the second best rookie season after CJ Stroud last season. And we can all tell that CJ Stroud and Houston Texans were a very top 5 team for a majority part of last year. And with the defense only just getting better with the addition of Marshawn Lattimore, this is going to be a very interesting thing for the Washington Commanders. And considering that the Cowboys are not going to be good, the Giants are definitely not going to be good, and the only team they really have to face is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be a shot. It's going to be interesting to see how Jaden Daniels and this Washington Commanders team go about this. But they're at number 5. At number 4, we have the Buffalo Bills. Now, Josh Allen is definitely one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. In the AFC right now, I'd probably say it's between him and Lamar Jackson to determine who's the second best in the AFC behind Patrick Mahomes, of course. Now, Josh Allen, of course, and the Buffalo Bills just beat the Miami Dolphins. And since I think the last 14 games, they have a record of like 13-1 against the Miami Dolphins, which is just absolutely impressive considering the Miami Dolphins are their number 1 rivals when it comes to AFC East. You really think that the Jets are going to be competition? You really think the Patriots are going to be competition? Hell no. So Josh Allen and this Buffalo team, with them just adding Amari Cooper a couple of weeks ago, James Cook running the ball, their defense getting a lot better, Sean McDermott playing like he's a very good coach right now. It just seems to be all going well for the Buffalo Bills. That's why they are at number 4. At number 3, we have the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Now, here's the interesting thing about Lamar Jackson. Now, I would have never even thought that Lamar would be playing better than he did last season, but it seems to be just that. And the running the ball with Derrick Henry seems to just only improve this team. Like, Derrick Henry has been such a big addition for Baltimore that in the first 5 weeks of the NFL season, Derrick Henry was averaging at least a touchdown per game. Lamar Jackson was still throwing for a good amount of yards, but it seems like in the past 2 weeks, Lamar Jackson has only just gotten better. And it feels like right now, if they were a race for MVP, Lamar Jackson would probably be either tied for second or I think third in the MVP race, or possibly even going for first. Like, it's a very close NFL MVP race, and the Baltimore Ravens offense and the defense is just going good. Zay Flowers, Mark Andrew, Isaiah Likely, Derrick Henry, and this offense is just going good. I believe they just made an addition. I forgot who was on the defense, and considering Justin Madubuike and all this on the defensive line is going to be going after the quarterbacks, they have the best run defense in the NFL. It's going to be a very interesting thing to see how the Baltimore Ravens do. The only thing, I believe they just got a cornerback, so that should hopefully be able to help their defense. I believe they got I forgot his name. They got him from the LA Rams, Tre'Davious White from the LA Rams. So hopefully Tre'Davious White is able to play a lot better than he has in the past couple of weeks, and he's able to help this Baltimore defense, because if their Baltimore pass defense gets better, I don't want to know how good this Ravens team is going to look, because it's going to be very interesting to see. And considering the fact that they're going to have to beat the Chiefs, it's going to be very interesting to see if the Ravens can actually beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. But the Ravens are at number 3. At number 2, and I really debated on this. We have the Detroit Lions. Now, the Detroit Lions and I almost said Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff have been playing really well. They are definition of a team that knows how to split the differences. They can pass the ball, they can run the ball. They have a two-headed monster with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Having Sam Laporta, having Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jameson Williams is going to be coming back after serving a 2-week suspension. He may not play this week, but he's definitely going to be back. And on that defense, they just added a pass rusher to Darius Smith, who was getting sacks while he was at the Browns. And Aiden Hutchinson, that's a replacement for Aiden Hutchinson. So them just adding another pass rusher just makes the Lions only better. And in terms of right now, I believe that they're the best NFC team in the NFL. There's no other team better than that. The second best team in the NFC is either Commanders or it's going to be the Eagles. And I have the Eagles just outside my top 5 for the NFL teams this week. But the Lions, Dan Campbell is just coaching this team very, very well. But if I had to put this right now, if I had to put the 1 and 2 teams going against each other, I'm going to go down to the quarterback experience and the head coaching experience, and the Lions are just going to have to be second best. But I want to tell you this, guys. Had things changed on Sunday night or Monday night, the Lions would have been number 1. Because at number 1, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I want to say this right now. I want to say this straight off the bat. I hate this NFL rule. I legitimately hate this NFL rule where the other team can't have an opportunity to come back and score a touchdown. And they had this thing in the playoffs where the other team is able to come back and try and score a touchdown. So why is it not in the regular season? Had it been in the regular season, Baker Mayfield could have possibly came back and tied that game up, and we would have had a very close end to overtime. And I remember a couple weeks ago, the same thing happened with my team. They were playing against the Falcons, and Baker Mayfield didn't have a chance to come back against the Atlanta Falcons. As a Falcons fan, I was happy that they won, but I was upset because I wanted to see Baker Mayfield try and come back and tie, at least make this game a lot closer. Yes, it sets up for an exciting finish because the first team to score a touchdown, the game's over, but I want to see teams come back and try and at least score. And obviously, as a Falcons fan, we all know how I feel about this, considering what happened in the Super Bowl where the Falcons lost 28-3. Tom Brady scored immediately, and the Falcons weren't able to come back. So this rule has been pissing me off for so many years, and I want to say this. The Kansas City Chiefs are lucky this rule is implemented because as soon as Baker Mayfield lost the toss, you saw it on his face that he knew he was screwed because Patrick Mahomes went down there, scored a touchdown, Kansas City Chiefs win, and the Kansas City Chiefs with their defense, they're not even that much of an offensive team. Patrick Mahomes has been throwing picks consistently week after week after week. I believe this past Monday is the only time in the past couple weeks he hasn't thrown a pick. But this defense was shutting down Baker Mayfield for the first half, but then the second half, Baker Mayfield started turning up the heat, coming back, and he led a drive to come tie up the game that led into overtime. But with Kansas City Chiefs defense, Kansas City Chiefs offense, having Travis Kelce, having DeAndre Hopkins now, who just scored 2 touchdowns thanks to from Patrick Mahomes, it just seems to see that as of right now, Kansas City Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, but they don't have the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Because if you had to ask me out of all those 5 teams who I think is the best quarterback in the NFL based off the way they're playing, Jared Goff. Jared Goff is the NFL MVP. He is just having this Lions team. I believe that Jared Goff hasn't had an incompletion to Amon-Ra St. Brown since September. That is just so fucking impressive. So, without further ado, my top 5 NFL teams goes as follows. At number 5, we have the Commanders, 4 Bills, 3 Ravens, 2 Lions, and 1 Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure you guys tell me your opinions down in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.